President Biden's executive order on clean energy is taking away a huge chunk of revenue for many rural states and could drive the U.S. further into debt. It starts with revoking the approval of the Keystone XL oil pipeline and throwing the U.S. back into the Paris Climate Accords. Joining us now to discuss this in further detail is Daniel Turner. He's the president of Power the Future and a writer for Real Clean Energy. Daniel, thank you for coming on the show. An amazing beard, by the way.
Thank you.
What are the implications of Biden killing the Keystone XL pipeline? It doesn't make any sense. It seems like bizarro world. If you look at all of the benefits of the Keystone XL and the cancellation of it, what's happening?
Yeah, especially for a man who ran for office campaigning for quality union jobs, blue-collar jobs, et cetera. Where are these people's in the priorities of Joe Biden, right? Just a few hours ago, I spoke to a welder on the pipeline, a guy named Lynn, 52, 3 kids. He's been doing this since high school. He has a few days left on the job. He doesn't know what his future holds. He and none of his colleagues know what his future holds. And what's so aggravating about this is not just the lie of, I want to be the president of all Americans, I want to be the president of good quality union jobs, but the fact that the Biden administration has a plan for every transgender athlete. They have a plan for every South American illegal coming to the border, but they have absolutely no plan and absolutely no compassion for the thousands of people whose jobs they took away at the stroke of a pen. When Pete Buttigieg was asked about this in his confirmation hearing, he said, well, we have to make climate change a top priority, and they have to find other work. So where does the quality of life, where does the dignity of these Americans rank when it comes to Biden and his administration? Clearly, they are not a priority.
There is no dignity, and I don't think you have to have a job in the energy sector or even do what you do, an energy professional, to know that this is perhaps the biggest, most repeated lie of Biden's campaign, that he would not cancel fracking, that he would not do this to the energy industry and to union jobs. They said it time and time and time again. Kamala Harris tweeted it after being called out by VP Mike Pence. And here we are, 2 days into the administration, Keystone XL pipeline gone, fracking gone. This is egregious, no?
Yeah, and it's a really bad omen of things to come, because the real power of this administration, which is found in these bureaucracies, hasn't even begun yet. Once he confirms the Secretary of Energy, the Secretary of Transportation, the EPA administrator, they will unwield numerous regulations, mandates, orders, and we will really see America suffer, because when energy suffers, all of us suffer, right? Whether or not we like this statement, it is a fact. Everything that is grown, produced, manufactured, transported does so because of fossil fuels. And when fossil fuels become expensive, everything becomes expensive. And who suffers the most when utility prices go up, when gas prices go up? It's not Joe Biden. It's not John Kerry. It's not billionaire Mike Bloomberg or billionaire Tom Steyer who fund these green groups. It's the middle class. It's the poor. It's the working class. And it was only a decade ago that we were seeing $6 and $7 a gallon gas in America. That's right. We are already headed in that direction, and it's totally preventable, right? This is political will that is making this happen.
That's right. Daniel, I have a question for you. I want you to reach out to the other side. The liberal who is standing there with her iPhone, with her Ugg boots, with all of the plastics and all of the petroleum products that make her life great. You don't have to drive a pickup to need petroleum products every single day in your life. Some of the most beloved products by the left are petroleum products. Can you give that person a message? You're an expert in this and an expert in messaging for the energy sector. Can you give that person a message to try and explain to them what they're doing to themselves right now?
Yeah, it's a shame that our young people especially haven't been told about the great blessing that is our fossil fuel resources, right? Many of our allies even do not have the benefit of having domestic, reliable, inexpensive, and abundant natural resources like America does. The amount of oil, the amount of gas, the amount of coal, it not only makes us independent and it makes us autonomous and unencumbered with international problems and affairs, but it raises our quality of life. It gives us all the opportunity to grow businesses, to just improve our life on a daily basis. And like you said, the millions of products, literally millions of products that come from these chemicals. The best example I can think of was Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez about a year and a half ago. On an Instagram video, she was cutting up an avocado or a mango or something during the polar vortex, and she was talking about the evils of fossil fuels. And you wanted to say, are you too indifferent, too aloof, or just too ignorant to know that none of these things are possible without fossil fuels? The mango, the Instagram, the phone, none of this is possible.
We all need more Mango AOC Instagram videos. In fact, I mean, just maybe you should just leave Congress and start a restaurant. Your Instagram is just on fire, really. Thank you, Daniel Turner, the president of Power of the Future. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks.
Daniel and I have known each other for a little while. I haven't seen his beard, so that's why I made that comment. His beard looks very nice. One of Joe Biden's latest executive orders